Y'all country much? Right there, some beautiful country. I love it out here. Very nice. Let's get the ladder up. I know I'm not going to be able to show you everything in detail. I hope I get the photos on there of the trees on this house. As you can see, excuse me, they've cleaned up. This is just sawdust from sawing, cutting the trees off of it. That's where that was laying. Nobody's touched it. We have repaired a spot over here where all the blue tarps are to the left of the camera. Another thing I noticed yesterday, this is tornadic. That was laying right there. I don't know. There's a barn in the pond. Look, there might be a turkey out there somewhere. I heard them yesterday. This barn over here was, I think, about 40 by 120. It could have been a little narrower, but not much. And that's all that's left. It's part of the front wall. You can see the roof fell in on the right hand kind of storage room they had at the front. The left hand one is still there. And let me get over here. We'll look at the hay bales are still back here, but the whole barn's gone. And there's, you know, what we know where it's at. The rest of it's scattered from here to Halation. There's parts of it. I mean, it's just everywhere. But what we've got to do today is the tree fell on this, and when you're going to cover this a little later, I'll get some more video. There's a rafter in there from this side and down that side, and unfortunately, I'll say it is right along that chimney, so that's going to make that challenging to get right. And the spine or backbone, we might call it different things, that runs along the center of this. This is a stick-built house. Right in this area, it's pretty much non-existent, and for probably 2 or 3 foot in both directions, it's crushed it. It's crushed it like in a way I've never seen. I mean, the trees were huge. Like I said, if I can get the photos on here, I'll clip the photos in right here. But we've got to open it up enough to get in there and make our repairs. It's going to be a little challenge today. While I'm here, this is a terrible design. That's a valley coming into a flat section. It makes this very challenging to keep that from trying to leak. The same here. A valley coming into a flat section. There's a break in the roof right there, all the way across to this side. This is one plane, and that's another plane that goes a steeper pitch. Of course, these dormers, both of those go up at a steeper pitch. And that creates that valley. This is ideal. It runs into a gutter. Bam, it's over. This is not ideal. Like I said, it makes it a challenge to keep that from leaking. Even this is ideal. See, it comes, this is the rake edge of a roof to a horizontal plane. Of course, we've got a gable up and over, and that's what creates that issue. This is not too bad. The shingle man allowed he would never put shingles back on this because of that section right there. He didn't. He's the one put them on. He said, "I'm not doing it again. It's too complicated. It's too risky. Shingles shouldn't be there. Anything under a 4 and 12 shouldn't have these shingles. This is architectural shingle, dimensional. Some of us call it. It's had different names, and I'm sure there's a way that you delineate the two. But it looks kind of like wood shake. It's muddled a pattern instead of a 3-tab that we had for years. That many, yeah, 3-tab we had for years. Just bam, you had your little grooves. This gets rid of that, but it's not meant to be under a 4. That might be a 1, might be. This is a 3, so there's no place on this house for it to be. Of course, it knocked the top off of that. One more little go around. Just see what we got. They're going to do some cleanup today. That's why their equipment's here. Aside for the down trees, this is a beautiful area. They've kept it for many years like this. I've been coming back and forth over here for almost 20 years working on it. Possibly longer. I'd have to think about that a little more in detail. Next. Alright, this is what we found. That one is that bad. All the way down through there. Thumbs up. It's at least 6 inches low from where it's supposed to be. I'm planning on pulling the spine out from here to that break and replacing it, and then replace all the rafters I can. Some of this I don't know if we can get all the way to the bottom, but we'll side set them and make it work. It's unfortunate that chimney's there and all this work we're having to do, but we're trying to keep it tight enough we won't have to worry about it leaking. We'll have to tarp it back down because it's going to be a little while. But that was a massive tree. It just crushed that to nothing. Tube 6. Nothing left. We've gotten this far. Structured back out, everything's back where it needs to be. We've got these winds that are fun. Was it this one? It shoved this in 3 inches, whatever direction's behind me, toward the front of the house. We had to pull it back out with a strap. It looks a lot better. Closing it back up. Got her dried in. Waiting on the roof material. Oops. Don't pay no attention to that music in the background. That ain't me.